And good morning, and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, and I'm touching base with you as I do every day. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is a new week. It is spring starts this week, right? Spring starts this week. A whole lot's going on. We had a major rain last night here in New York, so the streets are wet, and you know what that means. For those that tuned in last week for our Tip Tuesday, what kind of day is today? A good day in New York City to go photograph. Because why? We talked about reflections and we talked about symmetry last week on our Tip Tuesday. And we have the opportunity to get out there, not now, because you're here. You're here with me. But later on, get out there and look at some of those puddles and take pictures of the person or the thing reflecting in simultaneously in the puddles. You could do that, right? We learned that last week. So if you did not see our Tip Tuesday last week, you want to go check it out. That was last Tuesday. You can catch it on repeat on YouTube. It's always there. Everything we do here is on YouTube. And if you are here, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe, and also pass our link on to your friends and your family so we can build our community and we can grow as a community, because I love this community. You guys rock. And you make my week. You make my week, and you make my day. So I'm so glad to be here. And I see here also. Let me just check who's in the Instagram world. Diane is in the Instagram. Hey, Diane, I see you. And Zola is in the Instagram world. I hope I said that right. Zoya. Am I saying it right? Zoila Mizma. Should I say it all together, or is it just two names or one name? Okay. Anyway, Z, you're in the building, and I'm seeing you. I'm acknowledging you, and here you are. And so today is our Motivation Monday. So we talk about. I have a motivational quote that I'm going to share with you later on. An excellent motivation quote that is featured on our Patreon for our Patreon community. So we have for those that are not in our Patreon community, you need to join the Patreon community because our Patreon community supports what we do. How about this? Let me just talk about that a little bit. Let me just talk, and then I'm going to say good morning to some folks. So we have our Patreon community here that supports. There are people in this community and outside of this community that contribute to the Patreon. And our Patreon page, let me just go there. Hold on a second. Let me go there because that's where our Motivation Monday is from. So I'm about to just share it with you, right? I might as well share it with you all. And let me try to get into regular view here. And because it's often necessary to talk about these. Oh, sorry. Let me go here. There we go. And put it in paid member mode. There we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so now I can get this screen up for you. Because you don't know, there's people that pay, they make this happen every day because they contribute. And I feel like, if, don't be a free rider. Don't be a free rider. Don't let other people pay so that you can benefit. No. Get involved, pay as well, so everyone can benefit, so others can benefit, right? That's how we grow as a community. And I am very thankful for all of my Patreon members because they show up every month and they make this happen. So again, if you want to become a Patreon member, you can just go straight to Patreon and put in Ron Lewis photos. Today's article and our Motivation Monday, because all the Motivation Mondays, all of our Tip Tuesdays, all of our announcements, free downloads, they are all on Patreon. So if you are a paid member on Patreon, you have access to all of the morning motivations. You have access to all of the Tip Tuesdays and the tip videos. You have all of that right there. So, guys, I will always outgive you. That is the proof. I will always outgive you. So, you can give what you can give, but Let me tell you, I will always outgive you. You will never outdo me. Like last week. Last week we talked about mastering composition with symmetry and Tip Tuesday. Remember I told you about that? Here it is. There's the lesson. Everything is right there. Photos. The other week we talked about the power of perspective on the Motivation Monday last week. Everything is right here. Smartphone wintry photographs, right? So become a Patreon member and don't just be get involved. And there's categories. Here you go. There's categories right here. Look at that. You got the $3 every month. You got $5 a month. You got $10 a month. You got $15 a month. We have members that give $100 a month to $25 a month, $20 a month. And all of these are associated with things and benefits. Like those that have $25 a month, they get a lesson. I'm waiting for some of my students to set up some dates and times, but they get opportunities for lessons that I can go one-on-one and share photography tips with them. And it goes on and on. So I don't know what's stopping you. I don't know why you're not supporting in that way since you're here all the time. And then those members that are here that are in the Patreon members and you are members, but you don't pay. You don't contribute. You don't donate. You're not contributing, but you're just a free member. You're just kind of like just hanging out in limbo land. Support where you eat. Support where you go. Support, and not just here, but any place online. Like there's a lot of people online right now giving you the news, giving you information, sharing information. That takes work. That takes research. That takes studying. That takes comparing notes. Anyway, this is the memberships. They're all here. If you want to do it, and you can support, because it costs money to be on StreamYard every month. It takes money to prepare. It takes money. When I'm doing this, that means I'm taking away from my business, right? But this is a part of my business. This is part of my business model, but it has become part of my business model. But I could be out campaigning. I could be at networking events, right? But I'm here with you. This is what you're supporting. Support. And then this community has done other things like supporting school kids for their prom and their graduation. We did that 2 years in a row with your donations. Come on, y'all. Don't just be a viewer, be a participator. Don't just take, give. Okay, that's enough. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna drill it in. Just wanted to just let y'all know. Yes, you can do that. So go to patreon.com and go to Ron Lewis Photos, and you will find us. You will find us on Patreon, and you'll have access to all of the collections. Look at all the collections there. Look at that. Accomplishments, giveaways, tips, all that stuff is right here on Patreon. You want to know how you want to support? That's how you can support. Some of my friends and family say, how can we support you? Patreon. There you go. Here it is. Okay. Let's say good morning to some folks. Let's say good morning to some folks. I see in the building, first person in the building is Anna. He says, good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. And Derek is in the building as well. Number 2, Hannah, good morning. And then he says, good morning, Ron. There you go. And then third but not least, third with the bronze is Jazzy. Good morning, beautiful people. And then we have Chris R. Chris was great last night. For y'all be missing out on stuff that we really do have a community here. Chris says, good morning. Can I give a shout out to Chris? Because it was Chris and our wonderful Dr. Tachi that I don't know if you know, but we have in our community every Sunday night. Let me pop this off. Every Sunday night, every Wednesday night, every Friday night in the 11th hour. In the 11th hour, we have, and let me get it there. Let me show you. Let me show what we do. Here we go. Are you ready for it? We have our Touch Base Daily Twitch at night in the 11th hour. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. That's what we do. And we play the New York Times First, we just have random conversation. Like last night, we talked about biscuits from the airlines, which led us to biscuits at Trader Joe's. And then we talked about American Airlines, Delta. We talked about what was our favorite airline. So we talked about United, Delta. I even learned some new ones from Lisa shared with us. Gosh, what's it called again? I can't remember, but she gave us another airline that's international. Had no idea that it exists, but that's the beauty of community. Then we played our Wordle together. Then we played Connections together. Then we played the number one that we all get in is Spelling Bee for all these games from New York Times, and we do it together as a game night. So we come together, we laugh, we have so much fun. And last night, we were put over the top by a new member in the community, and she came on, and I think AQL or AQW. She was from Sweden. Sweden was in the house, so we got some international folks popping in, and we had a great time yesterday. It was a lot of fun last night. So you can catch the repeat. Yes, those are on YouTube. They live on YouTube, so you can catch the repeat. And we go through and we get all the words and all that stuff. So we have a lot of fun together. We had a ball last night. Okay, Jazzy. I know you're probably saying, Ron, when do you sleep? But I get to sleep. I get to do all my work, and then I get to sleep in. So that's why I still get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep, even though it looks like it's impossible. Because I keep it going, I keep it moving. And I see here, good morning, good mornings. I see the good morning. Hey, Jamel Shabazz is in the building. He says, Grand Rising, fam. Yes, and make sure you also check out Jamel's exhibition. Is still up at the Bronx Documentary Center in the Bronx. Obviously, the Bronx Documentary Center. So check it out at BDC. And they have so much that they do for the community of photographers as well. So check them out. And good morning, G is in the building. G Houston chat is in the building. She says, good morning, all. Gwendolyn even joined us last night in our game night. I was like, yo, Gwendolyn is here at our Twitch at night. And the reason why it's called Twitch at night is because we are also on Twitch. That's how it got started, really. To kind of like do something on Twitch. And then Lisa was like, wait a minute, I'm not getting another app. So I decided to do also YouTube and Twitch together. And obviously Instagram is there as well. So come on in. Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, hi, everyone. Remember, hit those likes, y'all. Hit those likes and comment in the box. It does great for the algorithms. Okay, I see all the good mornings to each other there. And Anthony Rowland is in the building. I have to do, one of the things I'm going to do, I got to figure out somewhere on the calendar, I have to get to Texas. I know I give Texas a bad name sometimes. I really grill Texas, and but I really do love Texas. One is they have the best food in the country, some of the best food in the country. Texans know how to eat. But Anthony, Omar, Gwendolyn, y'all all in the same area, and I need to just come and hang out with you all together. Speaking of hanging out together, this weekend is CQ. CQ is in the house this weekend coming up, and I will be on a CQ weekend with all the CQ brothers and sisters that are coming in from out of town. I'll be hanging out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lord have mercy. And then on Saturday, we also have our meetup. Our meetup is this Saturday. We'll be meeting in Soho. So that's what we do. We'll be doing our photography walk this Saturday at 2:00. We meet every fourth Saturday of the month. This month is a fourth Saturday. The fourth Saturday is early because the first was the first Saturday. So we'll be meeting together in Soho. So you can go to my meetup page, check out my meetup page, and again, put in Ron Lewis photos, and you'll be able to get our schedule. And we'll be meeting in Soho, and we're doing what's called our Soho gallery hop and street photography, because in March, the weather's unpredictable. So we usually coordinate in case we have to go to, in case it's raining, we can just go to all the photography galleries in Soho. So we'll be hopping into some of the Soho galleries, and we'll be on the street photographing. So you get two bangs for the buck. And so come on out to our meetup group on this Saturday. And then after that, I will head up to Harlem to hang out with the CQ family. CQ fam will be in the house. They are all arriving. I heard some arriving Thursday, some are arriving Friday. A lot of them arriving Friday. There's some events going on Friday night. There's some get-togethers. Our girl Fifi, she'll be in town. I'll get to hang out with my Fifi. I'm so excited. CQ in the house, y'all. Give CQ a shout out. And Derek and Mr. D Nice and all the CQ family. D Nice, they have lots of guests on. They have two shows on Saturday at the Apollo. I'm going to the 7 o'clock one. Oh, I did not mean for those balloons to pop up. I am going to be at the 7 o'clock show. They have an 11 o'clock show. And then on Sunday, they have comedy hour. And I do believe there's an after party on Saturday night. However, I'm an old person, so I don't like to hang out late at night. But I will be going to the comedy club on Sunday. So we'll be hanging out. It's going to be great. I see in here, Rashawn says, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Yes, she is one of our main Patreon members. And I can't wait but she has a busy schedule. So once she gets her schedule together, she and I will be doing one-on-one tutoring. So because she is a real sponsor of our Patreon community. Lisa's in the building. She says, good morning, ladies. Good morning. Just the ladies? Are you just saying good morning to the ladies, Lisa? G says, independent media and thoughts is the future. That's right. Now is the time to get things in order. Support your independent media. Bulwark, which is the favorite. Bulwark. Midas is amazing. They're the number one independent media, news media. So check those platforms out and support them. Get rid of a HBO or a Hulu or whatever and support. Oh, I got a support right there. Someone did a super sticker. Thank you, Anthony Rowland. In case you don't know, you can, if you want to, during these lives, you can support with that little dollar thing at the bottom. So thank you, Anthony, for the super sticker. Yes, indeed. Every dollar helps to support that we do here. Here I see Rashawn says, good morning. I see all the good mornings. Good day, good day. Oh, the airline was called How do you say that word? Cathay or Cathay Pacific. That's how you say it. Cathay Pacific is what Lisa mentioned last night. And that airline is pretty cool. Almost looked like a Qatar airline. So anyway, for the travelers and us that like to travel. Janet's in the building. She says, greetings, Touch Base Daily family. I see you. And Anthony says, I'm with Lisa. I've got too many apps already. So, hey, Dr. Tachi's. Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house? However, I almost took away Dr. Tachi's credentials last night. She was making up some words in spelling bee. She is making up words. I was like, Dr. Tachi, you know that's not a word. Or it was a word, it just didn't have a G in it. So anyway, we had a great time last night. Lisa says, right, no more apps, but I do leave when the start a Wordle. I'm just there for the chit chat. Yes, she is. Lisa pops in. She's in for the chit chat, and we talked about some good stuff. I'm going to get some of those biscuit cookies. So I'm going over to Trader Joe's today. It's my Trader Joe's day. So I'm going to do that. And but Lisa was like, I'm out because that's word games. He was like, yeah, I ain't stressing my brain. So, but I always find that for me, I do the word games at midnight every night. I've been doing it for 2 or 3 years, ever since I think the New York Times started this like during COVID or after COVID. And I've been doing it ever since because I find that the word games, like the word puzzles, calm me down before going to bed. And then I sleep like a baby. Gee, yes, we are in. I am here for it all. Elise is in the building. Good morning, Elise. She says, good morning, Ron and everyone. And Hannah is here. Uh, at least Dr. Tachi says, I hate that I won't be there. Ugh, sigh. Yes, because Dr. Tachi and I were going to hang out. We had plans. But Dr. Tachi had other plans she had other commitments. So we will respect. However, at some point, I'm getting to Florida, but it has to only be Florida. You can, for us, for we Northerners that love the cool weather, we can only go to Florida in the months of January, February, and March, maybe in November. But it's too hot. It's too hot in Florida. It's too hot. And I see here on G says, most Texans are pretty good people. Our political leaders and our politics suck, but Texas has a lot of bright spots. It's true. The old guard of Texas sucks. However, the people are great. I've been to I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, I've been to Austin. Where else have I been in Texas? I think those are my three, and I've just passed through other places. But those three places, everyone has been nice. Everyone I've met in those places have been cool. And the food, Lord have mercy. You got to go ready to fast right after you come out. Once you leave Texas, you got to fast. You got to get all that junk out of you. Kimmy Kim sends her little confetti. Lisa says, silly. She says, no, I said good morning to everyone prior, but those two ladies give me an individual good morning. So I gave it back to them. Lisa got some attitude. Let me tell you, Lisa got some attitude. Oh, love that. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for breaking down. It's for me, it's hooked on phonics. You got to break it down into syllables. Cathay. Cathay. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. Cathay. Cathay Pacific. There we go. That's the name of the airline. It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village. And okay, good morning. Okay, I see more good mornings. I see, hey, Tanja is in the building. What's going on? Good morning, Tanja. Yes. I'm hoping that we'll see each other maybe this year at our Martha's Vineyard's hotspot. So we'll check out Martha's Vineyard together. Hopefully this year. We'll see what happens. And she says, thank you, Dr. Tachi, because he was cutting it up. Slicing it up. Slicing those words. Slicing those words. No, the words were real. Yes, the words were real, Dr. Tachi. Your words were real. They just didn't have the G. Or the spelling bee just didn't accept it. Except one. It was only one word that the spelling bee didn't accept of yours, right? Okay, there you have it. Dr. Tachi Dr. Tachi is our queen the person that leads us in our connections. We could not, as a community, do connections, the game connections, without Dr. Tachi. I mean, but last night, some folks stood up to the game and said, "Hey, we're here too," and they were sharing. I think Chris also chimed in and got some good ones in. So it was a good night last night. Good night last night. Who I am going whenever beach. He says, what is that? Who I can go whenever beach, please. Beach, please. Yes, you like the Florida. You like the hot weather. Unfortunately, I don't make it. Oh, that's right, Derek. You're not coming to CQ this year. Okay. And Ron, you need to get into the hill country, get some good barbecue and wine. Yeah, I got to tell you, there's no more hill country in New York City. There's no more hill country. Hill country was definitely where Texas met New York. And you used to go into hill country, and the best thing was the ribs and the pastrami. I think was it pastrami or not pastrami. What it's the way the meat is. Oh, the braising meat, something like that. It's like the beef. Whew. Hill country. Great, but I do believe unless someone knows, I haven't seen both the locations in New York have closed down. The one in what we call the Flatiron District closed, and also the one in Brooklyn closed. Yeah, so I don't know if they're still around, but they have great food. Okay, I see here. You guys keep me going. Tanja says, I will be there, but not working. Oh, really? You're not working this year? Hmm. Interesting. That's like hot off the press. Cause you usually are working. You are working. Tanja she is one of the anchors at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. Yes, she said last year was it for me. I know that's right. I'm saying the same. I'm sitting here like if I go up there, I'm not gonna probably work. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta talk to my partner in crime. Will I be doing it this year? We'll see. It's gotta be worth my while. Good morning, Anthony says, Elise. I see Lainey Lane. What's going on, Lainey? I see you in the building. She says hello. Okay, so today we're gonna do photos. We're gonna do because in doing the photos from AP, that's our new segment. We do the photography from Associated Press, and we go through the images. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go straight into our Motivation Monday tips for the day for the week. Janet says, "Oh wow, hadn't seen them along Flatiron. Yeah, they used to be in the Flatiron. They don't no longer there. Kendra too. Kendra's not going to be there either. Oh no, it won't be the same without you two. Brisket. That's it. Brisket. Man, I am addicted to brisket. That was a great place to eat. Yes, it was. Brisket. When I was in Austin, I had brisket almost every day. And I don't eat red meat, but I ate red meat just to be in Austin. That was it for the whole year. The way the Texans make brisket, oh, it's like eating salmon. It's so soft and so flavorful and that nice crust. Okay, nope, can't go there. Cannot go there. My imagination is going wild right now. G says, Lord bless my work husband. You need brisket breakfast tacos in your life. Yes, those briskets. Oh, brisket. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get hungry. And Anthony said, I don't mind saying that my smoked brisket is amazing. So, Anthony, when I come down to Texas, get ready. I am going to eat your smoked brisket. Okay. And Gwenda says, I'm down to test that statement. Okay, so also let me give you a couple of and then we're gonna go straight into our let's get this set up here. And AP is in the house. Excellent. There we are. Associated Press. And also again, Associated Press, they since we're gonna be sharing their photos and the photographers and their work from that platform, please support Associated Press because they're one of the, like, you don't see New York Times say donate. I guess they do, maybe they do, I don't know. But Associated Press has actually they have campaigns to raise money for their news platform. So you can really support the photographers at Associated Press, those that do freelancing there, by supporting Associated Press. So we're going to do some of their photos today. And see here, okay. Also, just as a little advertisement, because this is what we do here. If you're looking for an event photographer, I am an event photographer, and you can hire me. If you have friends and family all around the country, I do travel abroad as well, and you have a special event and you need a photographer, give me a call. DM me, slide into my DMs. Also, For those, since we are also in a volatile world where this platform may not even be here a year from now. Who knows what these folks at the with the Trumpsters are going to do? So make sure you join my mailing list today. You can just go to ronlewisphotos.com, or you can just simply scan the little QR code that's on my screen, and it will take you to my website or to my contacts and put you guys inside the newsletter. So that way, I do a newsletter every quarter. So I don't do a lot of newsletter stuff, but maybe I'll pick up just a little bit, maybe one every other month. So we'll do that, okay, for you guys. Also, these are again the sponsors for our for this platform, Eretmus, Rolling Clouds, Patreon community. And this is Rolling Clouds, a wonderful advertisement. It's a tobacco company, and they support bigly with this platform. So let's support, and they should be rolling out their products soon. And but just getting their name in the there's a new business there. Okay, and one more thing, photography. I do teach photography, and you can sign up for that as well. Okay, now we're ready. Now we are ready for some photography. And this is from the Associated Press. And because I do this every day. Monday morning is when I spend my time with the Associated Press. And again, you see on the top there, if you see right here, if I can pop there, it says AP sets the standard for political reporting, support independent, fact-based journalism, and donate. So make sure you donate to this platform if you have the ability to do so. It is worth supporting. Let's support the people that support us in getting us good journalism, giving us good information, giving us great news. So this photo, so this is AP's Week in Pictures, and I love it because they have such amazing photos, and they inspire me as a photographer. But it's also giving you a glimpse of the photographers out there. This is as an AP photographer positions himself for a unique view of a pole vaulter's failed attempt. Look at that. I would have been afraid that he was going to land on me. Look at that stick. Look like it's going to come right down at the photographer. Peter Bajung is the photographed the men's pole vault at the European Athletics Indoor Championship. We won't go through all of them, but we will go through pictures. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Where? Here we go. Did I lose it? Okay, hold on a second. Let me pop into the pictures of the week. It's supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. My favorite time of the year is happening. Oh, I got to get ready. Did it happen already? Oh, did I miss it? Holi is, the Holi Festival, India. Oh, gosh. This is a beautiful shot. Look at this photo. Look at this photo. Holy moly. The festivity of Holi. Oh man, we have them here in New York. I've been trying to get to some of them. This is a villagers have celebrating Holi. Let me just get the photographer. Let me see if the photographer is listed here. Usually they have the photographer listed. Hold on, where's the photographer? Okay, the photographer is not listed on this one. Okay. Look at that shot. Look at that shot, y'all. Talking about depth of field, how you're using the curve, how it moves back. Look at that. Look at that. This is beautiful. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Still looking for the name. It's in New Delhi, India, on Sunday, March 9th. Here's another photo. This photo curated photo editor Eloy Martin. And this is Evgeny Maloletka. Look at that. That's beautiful. It really, If you want to become a better photographer, it does help when you look at other folks' work, and you get to see the strategy, or you get to see how the mindset. Look at that. Again, that beautiful S curve taking you from the front, the subject. Look at the subject there, and then it pulls you to the back in an S. Look at that. Well, it's called the curve, composition curve, right? Look at that curve right in there. Pulls you from the front, pulls you to the back. Look at that. This is in Palestine. Palestinians attend the funeral of Ahmed Salah, 32. The other thing I like about reading, looking at these photos also is because it keeps me knowledgeable of what's going on around the world. So another reason why the AP photography is such a excellent part of their platform. Ukraine. This photographer is Vadim Jerda, and a woman holds a portrait of Colin. I can't say the last name. That one, Georgia School, during a protest after Ramada's constitutional court upheld a ban on his candidacy in the presidential election rerun in Romania. So it also, again, like I said, it enlightens you. Oh, this is terrible. All little dolls. I mean, I don't think, are these real people? I hope these are not. Are these they're performers from a gender right group stage an act representing victims of gender-based violence to mark International Women's Day in front of a cultural center in Bogota, Colombia, Saturday, March 8th. Ivan Valencia is the photographer. Look at that. Wow, I thought they were real. I mean, obviously they're real bodies. They're enacting. Wow. What a powerful photo. What do you guys think about these photos? What do you think about these AP? Has anyone gone through the AP photos? Have you ever seen these photos? Let's see here. Anthony says, I recently discovered Photographers United on Threads. Lots of great photos and photographers supporting each other. Yes, that's a good platform. Photographers United. Hey, Bryson's in the building. I see you, Mr. B. Look at that shot. Remember, we always talk about what makes photos unique is the perspective of the angle in which you take the photo. And usually we always say in this community, get low, get high, right? Look at this. Look how strong this image is because the photographer got low and kind of like is able to show the crowd, show the individual. If this person did this directly head on, the photographer, you wouldn't have this volume in the storytelling. But he or she, hold on a second, let me see. What's the name of the photographer? Esteban Felix. You would not get the volume of the story if that was taken at just eye level. But because he got down low and you can see the tops of the buildings, you can see the sun and the smoke, you can see the flares, you can see the colors of the purple, you can see the protesters. A woman waves a flare during a march marking International Women's Day in Santiago, Chile. There you go, on March 8th. We won't go through all of them because a lot of them, but I just wanted to share some of these. This is Muslim men rest after the first Friday prayer of the fasting month of Ramadan at Istiqlal Mosque in Jakarta, Indonesia. And this is taken by Tatin Sayuflana. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this one. I love these. I love when it's taking photos of confetti and falling and people in cheers. This is TCU players celebrating after winning an NCAA college basketball game for the Big 12 Women's Tournament Championship against Baylor Sunday, March 9th. Photo by Charlie Rendell. This is cute. Look at that. So, are you inspired? Do you get inspired by these photos? Okay. And we're just gonna go through them. You can look at them. Look at that. Another great shot in the middle. When we talked about symmetry last week in tips, look at that symmetry. You got she's at the she's at the tip of the delta. That can I say that the delta? Do you see a triangle? Look at the triangle here, right? It's a triangle, which is a delta. Look at that. Look at the delta, and she's at the head of the delta in this composition. Okay, this is and Sister Veronica of Poland sits beside a placard with a picture of Pope Francis. Best wishes, His Holiness. Look at this one. Wow. Man, I love photography. I just love it. I love the photographers that are out there in the world. Look at this. Uh, there you go. Make sure I press and then donate now. Look at that. Beautiful shots. Okay, we're gonna get ready for our Motivation Monday. I hope I hope this inspires you to go through these photos. And again, such incredible images. Anthony says, hold on a second. Anthony says they also expose for the sun and flare so that the silhouette is striking. Very nice. That was about the one with the flare with the women at the Women's International Women's Day. Look at this one. Remember, again, get low. Remember we talked about getting low? Look at that. From below. Look at that. That's a great shot. That's a beautiful shot. A Chinese military band conductor leads the band at the closing ceremony of the National People's Congress held at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. Ing Hang Gong is the photographer. Every frame tells the story. Every frame tells the story. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. Look at the symmetry there. The symmetry. She's in the middle and the balance there. Beautiful. Beautiful shot by Mr. A. Powell. Wow. Look at that. Ugh. War. War is a horrible thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that little moment of our Associated Press. I love sharing that kind of stuff, right? It really hopefully inspires you. Dr. Tachi says, these photos are striking. I can say without any reservation, the photographers of the Associated Press are just amazing photographers. I mean, there's lots of photographers in the world and there's lots of great photographers, but the AP photographers, they are, I would consider them the best in the world. Every photo I see is just like, it makes you think, it makes you pause, it makes you reminisce, it makes you just take in the information. which brings us to our Motivation Monday for today. Tanja says, beautiful. And I see also Dr. Sachi says, I don't feel sorry for the burnt out Cybertruck. Dr. Tachi. Okay, so we're gonna go right into our Patreon. Let me get to the Patreon page, and we are going to do our Motivation Monday. Our Motivation Monday for today is no words spoken. Motivation Monday. Okay, let's do that. Here we go. And then I'm going to let you guys out for the week. And I hope this will inspire you as photographers, as creatives, and this wonderful Motivation Monday. And I hope you appreciate it. I hope it motivates you. And this is from our page on. This is a photo I took at one of the when the Supreme Court announced that they were not supporting the shutting down of Roe v. Wade. And protests broke out all over the country. Here in New York City, I went out into the streets and began to photograph. Let me just make that smaller so you can see it better. And photographed the campaigns that were going on. So I use that as one of my inspirations here. No words spoken, Motivation Monday. Okay, here we go. There we go. No words spoken, Motivation Monday. Motivation Monday, no words spoken. This quote today comes from Elliot Earwig's quote. The whole point of taking pictures is so that you don't have to explain things with words. Ain't that the truth for all you photographers out there, right? We photographers, not like myself. I like to talk, so I can talk. I can talk and take pictures. But a lot of photographers are not talkers. They talk because they, because they have to, because of their work or their shows on exhibition. So you're groomed to talk because of that. But most photographers, I would say, I'm just saying, well, let's say for myself, I'm an introvert, extrovert. Part of me loves to be an extrovert, and then the other part loves being an introvert. I am great in both worlds. But photographers, a lot of photographers are introverts, and or balance between the two. So here we go. Highlights the profound universal language of photography for our community of creatives. This sentiment can be a powerful reminder that a single image has the potential to transcend barriers like language, culture, and time. It it allows the viewer to feel, interpret, and connect with the story, often in a way that words simply cannot convey. Think about like all those images we just saw with Associated Press, right? It allows you to see, it allows you to experience all of that without saying a word. Without saying a word. That's the power of great photography. Photography is a medium where subtleties thrives, emotions, atmosphere, and meanings are captured in the curve of a smile, the play of light and shadows, or, I love this, I probably overdo this word all the time. I love this word, juxtaposition, of colors and shapes. Through their lenses, photographers have the incredible ability to evoke a sense of wonder, nostalgia, joy, or even sorrow without uttering a single word. Yes, Lisa says ambivalent. Here we go. For our community, this is also a call to trust our instincts and the power of our work. Can I say that again? Trust your instincts and the power of your work. Don't ever think your work is so small. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people your work reaches if you just put the work out into the world. Every frame we capture has a voice of its own. You remember those pictures? It's up to you, it's up to us to ensure it's an honest and intentional as possible. We can be encouraged to think about how our photographs can carry a message, provoke thought, or inspire action without the crutch of an accompanying explanation. You ever see some of the folks out here? I go to, when I go, especially I'll use ICP. When you go to ICP here in New York City, they're in their lobby area downstairs. There are probably, I would say, maybe 100 books that are on sale. And I would say half of those books, maybe, well, maybe not half, maybe it's a third of those books. A third of those books have no words in the books. They just simply have photography. I'm that kind of guy. I say, if I put a book out, it probably will have no words, right? So, but you let the viewer have time to digest what you, the photographer, is putting out. And that's why it's so important that we study composition, understand composition, learn different compositions, so that way we can use them out of our toolbox, right, of compositions, like tools, and be able to share our stories. Use the technicals to tell the story. So it's important to know all of the rules, right? It's important to know the rules. And the old saying is, know all the rules so you can break them, right? And going on to the next. For our community, this is also a call to trust and instincts and the power of our work. Every frame we capture has a voice of its own. It's up to us to ensure it's as honest and intentional as possible. We can be encouraged to think about how our photographs can carry a message, provoke thoughts, inspire action without the crutch of an accompanying explanation. This week, can you remember, or today, right now, can you remember and reflect on moments when an image spoke to you more powerfully than words ever could? Some of those images we just looked at, right? Or perhaps challenge you to share a photo that tells a story, leaving the interpretation entirely up to the viewer. It's a wonderful way to celebrate the artistry and storytelling that unites us. I probably should have put in there at the end, unites us all. Didn't finish my sentence there. But isn't that the case? Isn't that the case when it comes to photography? No words spoken. Think about your photography this week. Think about your photography when you're out there taking your little snapshots, the snapshots on your smartphone, the snapshots that are, you may think are just small, but they are meaningful. Every time you click your camera, every time you take a click, you're saving time, you're preserving history. It's so important. It is so important. You are important. Your eyes, your view of the world is important. So this week, think of images, or when you see a moment somewhere in your life that needs to be captured, try to frame it where you're telling the whole story so that people can see it, feel it, and hear it without words. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think we're there. We are there. Any question? Oh, sorry. Let me see what your comments were. You guys had some comments in here. Yes, ambiverts or ambiverts. Yes, I am an ambivert. We talked about that early last year. We're looking for our image. I'm an ambivert. And cheap viewers on Streamable. I don't know who that's person. That another advertisement on Twitch. G says, I am an introvert, extrovert, tendencies. I think a lot of photographers are both. Anthony says, I'm about 70-30, introvert or extrovert to introvert to extrovert. Janet says, Life and Look vintage magazines were about looking at images. Yes, Life magazine. Anthony says, we can be our worst critics. That is the truth. That is the truth. We are harder on ourselves than anyone else could possibly be. But you are called, if you love photography and you love taking out your camera and capturing amazing moments, it's a calling. It's a calling. Don't underestimate your calling, because you have the greatest gift of freezing time. Photographers get to freeze time. Okay, so make sure you hit the likes if you enjoyed this moment together, and subscribe if it's your first time here, and also share this platform with your friends. And tomorrow is Tip Tuesday. We're going to be talking more about definitely, again, smartphone photography and regular photography, but combining those lessons together. And so tomorrow is another subject, and you'll be surprised what it's going to be tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow's our Tip Tuesday. So make sure you join us at 11 o'clock tomorrow for our Tip Tuesday. And I think we got it all in here. Any statements, any last words from you guys? Any last words? This is your moment. This is your moment to send your last word. Okay. And again, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for being here. Love you. Thank you for this community. Thank you for being here. Also, again, remember the Patreon community. Make sure you can do that. Also, here in touch on YouTube, you can, if you want to donate, you can do it that way too. You on YouTube. And but here we are. Share this information with folks, especially all the aspiring photographers. Let them know. Look, if you're 15 years old, 14 years old, 13 years old, 12 years old, and you're taking pictures, you're still a photographer. You're still a photographer. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week and be inspired. Take great shots. Take great photos. Later. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.